Welcome to Dysfunctional Adults, the comedy podcast in which we discuss weird news, pop culture, and being middle-aged dads. Yeah. We are bitter, cynical Gen Xers saddled with crippling debt and depressingly past our primes. But that's what makes this podcast so much fun. Sufficiently creepy.
How are you guys?
Horny now.
Right.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Your own voice does that to you?
Yep.
I mean, it does it to us, but that's your own
It's
voice.
like a whole new level of autoeroticism.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's got to be convenient, though. You just sit there in your own room talking. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's working.
No, it works.
Just do your own foreplay.
Yeah. And it's funny because I live in my dad's house right now, transitionally, and when they hear me talking to myself, they're like, "Are you masturbating?" Because they get it. You know.
It's like being a teenager all over again.
Yep.
Your dad knocking on your door. Zach, what are you doing in there?
Leaving a box of condoms on the bed rather than talking about it.
Is that what they did?
No.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So how is everybody?
How did you get the talk?
Very awkwardly
Yeah.
from my mom, I think. I don't really have a lot of recollection. I think I probably
How old were you?
dissociated. Probably 4. No, I'm kidding. I really don't remember. I don't.
You should just like get some condoms, fill them with like dish soap, and like leave them all around the house.
Yeah.
Slap them against the wall and on the floor and from the
Jergens
toilet.
lotion soap. Is a great way to.
That'll
Ooh.
get you to talk really fast.
Yeah. It seems like you already know some things, but let's sit down.
No, you just got to leave like hard, crusty socks everywhere.
Who says I didn't?
Oh, nice haircut, John.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I never look at you
It's
anymore.
shorter on the sides than it usually is.
It is, yeah.
Were you going for something different?
No, I get it this short on the side about half the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't remember in my 30 years of knowing
But
you.
I swear that every different place you go to has like a different length of clippers. You can give them the same length every single time, and it's going to be different every location you go to.
You're like,
Oh, yeah.
good old number 2.
Yeah,
It's just like right against your scalp.
yeah,
They're usually like a straight razor.
I usually switch off between like a 3 or a 4 on the sides, but it seems random. It's like shirt sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means something different everywhere you go.
Well, he said 3 or 4, but I think he meant it's my choice. Dealer's choice.
There was one guy I used to go to that I stopped going to because I don't know if he was like a barber from the Marines or something, because no matter what you said, he would basically buzz the sides of your head.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, not too much off top. And he just buzzes it. Yeah, so.
That's pretty funny. That's how it was in the missionary training center when you go to the barber. Like, you could not make requests. They're like, you're supposed to have your hair this way. We're going to cut it this way.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, well, why am I even coming here? You know?
So you didn't get a beehive like you wanted?
No beehive.
Boo.
But what's stopping you now? Nothing.
Yeah.
I think probably.
Live your life. Be you.
I think good taste is probably stopping me.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I'm not going to wear a beehive. I'm sorry. I'm not Marge Simpson.
I think it'd look good.
Well, that's the last time I take your advice.
All right.
Fashion advice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's everybody been up to?
I've just been binging Avatar, The Last Airbender with my kids.
Oh, yeah? How's
Remember,
that?
this is not the live-action Fern Gully Blue Kitty people Avatar.
Right.
Nor is it the M. Night Shyamalan shit show version of it. This is the original Nickelodeon cartoon.
Right.
It is really good, and I was happy my kids wanted to see it when I suggested it, because I remember when that show first came on, I wanted to watch it, but it was on from like 2005 to 2008, so I was already in my late 20s at the time and did not have any kids at the time, so I had no excuse to watch it.
The only cartoons you can watch acceptably at that point were anime, you know.
Or like Simpsons and stuff. I didn't want to have to explain to my ex-wife why I was just sitting here watching a kid's cartoon all day.
We know why.
So I just saw a few episodes here and there, but it is a very good show. And luckily my kids love it. When I suggested it to them, I didn't tell them. It's really because Daddy wants to watch it and wants an excuse.
Yeah.
But they do love it, so we've been binging that. They just want to watch multiple episodes a day. And
It's good.
if you don't know what it's about the different tribes, bend the elements and stuff, water, earth, fire, air. And so now they try to figure out what kind of bender they are.
And then
So
Captain Planet is released or whatever, right?
No.
Oh.
But it's like, hey, let's go outside. Let's throw dirt and rocks at each other and pretend to be earthbenders, or use a match and a hairspray can to create fire like we did when we were in elementary school. See if you're a firebender. That's parenting right there.
I seem actually to remember when we were about 22, you and I went to the weapons store and bought some swords.
What?
And then we went to your backyard and we play fought with the swords, being grown-ass men.
I still have those swords.
It really happened.
I don't know if I'm proud or disgusted.
Go to Liberty Park. There's still people who do that.
My brother's
Adults.
one of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? Is he?
My
Yep.
sister as well.
Wow.
It's like an official fencing group now that she's in. But
Yeah,
it started out with people playing with wooden swords in the park.
That's the thing, though. Yours, the ones we were playing with were metal.
Yes, they were.
And you really shouldn't have been playing with them
Probably
because
not.
they're weapons.
How many fingers do you really need?
Right.
Yeah.
The ones in the park are all wooden swords, though, right?
I hope so. I don't know. I haven't seen them for a long time, but
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a boring pastime because you really can't get into it. You're never going to get into a real sword fight.
it seems unlikely.
Not
doesn't it?
anymore, anyway.
Okay, so
Maybe
the
1,000 years ago.
the Highlander is being remade.
Is
So I imagine there's going to be sword fights on the streets because people can't help themselves.
No, people are dumb, especially after the pandemic.
Right.
It made everybody dumber.
They're just bored
Yeah.
and want to just go out and do something dumbass.
Exactly. There are going to be sword fights, and they're going to be, those people are ready. They're ready to go. I won't be, unfortunately.
There's going to be like waves of dumbassery, like all over the country as soon as all the final mandates are lifted and everyone can go out and do stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure they're all lifted at this point, except for the really crazy cities like New York. So
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I'm finally going to stop stalking Lizzie Kaplan and just finally marry her.
Because of the pandemic, COVID, that was the only thing keeping you from doing it before, right?
Right. Exactly. Nothing, not the,
There's nothing stopping you now.
not the court order, not the police escort. None of it was keeping me from that. It was just COVID.
That's pretty awesome. But yeah, I love that show, and my kids and I are burning through the last season of Korra.
Oh, yeah, we're going to watch that next.
It's not as good.
I've heard that, but it's still pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's more grown up.
And it's like 70 years later, right?
Yeah,
I think so. I know it has some of the original characters just
has
old,
all of them in.
but they're old now. Like they'd have to be in their mid 80s now. But
Yeah, they're all like 90s actually. They're in their 90s.
yeah, I know a lot of fans.
Oh, Sokka's gone. He's never in it except for flashback.
Yeah, but I know a lot of fans wish the sequel would have been them as younger adults rather than 70 or 80 years later.
And that's kind of what they did, except with new characters.
Yeah.
And the new characters are great. I like Bolin especially. He's my spirit animal.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment.
He's
on
the
that
Sokka of the group.
yet. Okay.
They have a new Sokka. And it's
Dude, spoilers. I'm just kidding.
I think from first episode you can kind of figure that
It's
out.
like a 12-year-old show, so
Well, it's funny too. It's more politically driven too. There's more like politics in it.
yeah.
And anyway, it's good. I like it. It's just not as good as the original.
Yeah.
What are you binging that on? What?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
It's so old though that it's in the old format, like the square format.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's weird. They have to have like black bars on the side. It's pretty
It's weird that 2005 to 2008 is ancient now,
yeah.
and you could tell the difference just by like watching them. But that's not even the show that was on when we were kids. I was like full out an adult
Right.
for like a whole decade when that came on, and it's still ancient by today's standards.
That's crazy.
You know what's funny is the guy who plays Zuko's voice. I can't remember his real name, but he's Rufio from Hook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he still sounds exactly like that.
Yeah.
Even though he's like older than us. He's like 50.
Huh.
And they actually have him in Korra as a grandson of Zuko, and the voice just doesn't fit because the guy's a full adult, and it's like, how do you get a voice like that? It's like he's a literal lost boy. He's stuck between
He never grew up.
like he hit puberty and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
Like not full. He didn't fully go through it. It's just because his voice still sounds
Stopped at
boyish,
like 16,
you know?
Right.
But I don't know. I'd hate to be him because I bet he doesn't have a lot of prospects for work now. You know,
Huh?
like,
Voice acting,
I'm
right?
a 50-year-old man who sounds like he's 12.
He'll just voice 12-year-old characters.
There's a place for that in anime.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, anime.
Anime.
Sorry.
Not hentai. You heard hentai, right?
I just imagined hentai. To me, it's all the same. I don't. I just when you guys are talking about this, I'm just like,
You know what's on that note though? It's funny is I guess anime is a big thing with like teenage girls nowadays. Like,
Where were
huge.
they when we were in high school?
Well, no. Let me. Back when we were watching anime, I confess half of it was for the boobs, right? Seriously, like,
sure.
I don't understand the appeal to girls because unless
Maybe they actually paid attention to the storylines.
when we paid attention to the storylines, we like laughed at it because it was stupid.
Just looking at your watch. Okay, where's the next scene with
We
boobies?
watched it for the giant robots and the boobs, and you know it.
Giant robots with boobs? I don't think I saw those episodes.
I don't think I've seen that, but
I could get behind that.
but nowadays, like I remember it was like on par with the adult section at Blockbuster. I remember my mom making sure she's like, no, that's not a naughty movie, is it?
No.
And I'm like, no, but it had tons of nudity in it. And it wasn't like a sex. The one I bought was Ghost in the Shell, which was awesome. I love that original movie, but it does have tons of robot nudity. They're androids, so.
Give it to me.
And I don't have it anymore.
Aw.
It was VHS.
Aw.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, nowadays it's like all the girls, my daughters are into anime, and it's like, why? Like, what could that hold possibly for you to be interested in?
Has anime changed over the years?
It has. It's a lot more like melodramatic, story driven, and goofy. A lot of it is just like, it's a lot like Pokemon.
Well, Avatar is a Americanized anime, right?
It is.
The style of drawing, anyway.
Yeah.
That's one of the first things my kids said when we started watching it is, well, this looks like Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but it actually has a storyline.
Pokemon does not.
No. It's not just mindless drivel the whole time.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what's one of the weird things that's changed to me, you know. So,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll have to ask my girls why they like watching anime.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll give me an excuse to talk to them.
Ouch.
Hi, sweetheart. She's like, who's this? Your dad? Oh, I thought you were dead.
I called you yesterday.
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, so what have you been up to, Zach, since I just dominated and asked you while you took a drink?
I've been watching a lot of shows. I watched Euphoria on HBO. That's an interesting
Zendaya?
show.
With Zendaya?
Yeah. That's an interesting and
She's
triggering.
like the only one who doesn't get naked in that, right?
She doesn't, yeah.
Which is weird because aren't they supposed to be like high school girls?
Yeah.
I
They're
know
all
they're
played
not.
by 20-somethings.
I
so
realize
they
that.
Right.
can get
Isn't
away
that
with
a little
stuff.
bit weird.
It is weird.
Like,
It's got some criticism for that.
Yeah.
It's controversial.
Right. Yeah, because they're yeah, it's the whole thing is I don't even know how to I don't know. You just have to watch it. It's intense and I enjoyed it.
Does it match your high school experience?
No. Not one bit.
Because there's sex in it, right?
There's sex.
Zach was probably the only
Yep.
one getting laid in high school in our friend group
Yeah.
by not themselves.
I choose to plead the fifth.
No, I know. For
To be
a
fair,
fact.
some of us weren't trying to.
Don't talk about JT that way.
This is going off the rails. And then I've been watching. So
I love you, JT.
True Blood came up
Oh yeah.
because I was on the HBO app, and people loved it when it came out. So I started watching that,
And I love Deborah Ann Wall. So
Who's that?
she's Karen in Daredevil. She's in True Blood. Blonde, tall, goddess-like.
Guess I'll have to look her up.
Yeah, she's in True Blood.
Oh, okay. I wonder.
Is that a
I just
vampire
started.
movie?
So yeah, a vampire series on HBO.
No, it's about a phlebotomist.
Just drawing blood at like the local plasma center.
It's kind of like a Grey's Anatomy meets, just kidding, being an ass.
There's a story behind every person that comes in and whose blood I take.
I keep a vial. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
It's got like shelves. Like maybe this is more like Dexter. Did you look up Deborah Anwall?
No, I was looking up True Bloods to see who else was in it.
Come on.
I do remember. I know who she is. I remember her from Daredevil.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Daredevil, like the
Charlie Cox one.
The Netflix series.
The Charlie Cox one, not the Ben Affleck one.
That's why I recognize her. Wow,
Yeah.
she was young.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, she just popped up in the series.
So did you.
No, she's 17 in the show.
So she's like 27.
Yeah, I was
going to
say played by a 27-year-old.
That's one of my favorite things in movies and television shows is like 30-year-olds playing high schoolers.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like Grease was a
Grease
perfect
was horrible
example.
that way. 90210 was horrible that way.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
I we'll talk about Euphoria though. It does kind of concern me that they do that. That does kind of, I don't know. That kind of skirts the edge of like.
It's creepy.
It's like the barely legal of
Right.
high school dramas. So.
The thing about Euphoria though, a lot of dicks in that show.
I don't want to watch it now.
A lot of dicks.
Lots of people named Richard. Is that what we're talking about?
Right.
Well, they try and do like equal opportunity nudity, right?
Right.
But who's watching this?
I did.
Yeah, man, exactly. So
Okay.
it's not what they want.
So, do you guys know what Bridgerton is?
No.
It's this like Victorian drama on Netflix, but it's like super saucy with lots of sex. And the girls on my teams at work all love Bridgerton, and I just feel like
It sounds British.
yeah, but no.
Like a pervy version of Downton Abbey or something.
Right.
Exactly. That's what it is, actually. And but yeah, the girls like on my team and everybody loves it, and it's just kind of weird because I thought sex was our thing.
50 Shades of Grey proved that otherwise not very long ago.
That's true.
And all those Twilight moms that were like lusting after 16-year-old boys.
I remember those memes.
Like sparkly vampires.
Let's switch that around.
Yeah.
And then don't judge me when I walk out of Bob's magazine and video. Okay? Just kidding. It's gone. It's been replaced by a pizzeria.
Aw.
Anyway.
They know your desires have matured as you've gotten older.
Yeah.
So the objects of my lust.
Yeah, from porn to pizza.
90-year-old women.
Wow. What?
Well, yeah. But if I've gone from barely legal when I was a teenager to almost dead.
Almost dead.
Well, you're stuck with the percentage of twice your age. So when you're 14, you look at 28-year-olds. When you're 42, you look at 84-year-olds.
Exactly. John gets it.
I didn't know there was a magazine called Almost Dead.
I just made it up.
I know.
But I'm going to go to the old folks' home and start asking around with my camera.
No. Oh,
hey, Gertrude, do you have an agent?
You know how we said at the beginning this was going to be a vanilla episode?
Did we say that?
Well, we did.
Joked about it.
Oh, I was going to say, I hope you guys weren't serious.
No.
You know that's not going to last very long.
Well, we were joking about the title that we wanted to name it, remember?
Oh,
And Zach's like, watch this be like the most vanilla episode, and we won't have an opportunity to call it that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you what I've been up to real quick before we go to break.
Do you have to, or?
Oh, I have to.
Okay.
Don't be like my psychiatrist. So I need to tell you how I'm feeling. Really?
No, do you really?
Really? Because I was gonna go on a coffee break, is what she says to me.
For like an hour,
Like
your entire session time, basically.
You're paying for my Starbucks, Mr. King. No, so I got to a second interview for a job I really wanted.
Ooh.
And didn't get it.
Oh, sorry, man.
Kind of broke my heart.
Was it like the Chris Farley Chippendales skit? Where like, sir, it's the weight.
Well, I don't think they're legally allowed to say that.
No.
But I'm pretty sure that's what it was, considering I did the interview without a shirt on.
Yeah.
No, I felt like it was a good position, and they liked me, and I found out the hard way. We have a system that our work uses for tracking like your applications and stuff.
And they just kill the people that don't get the position.
They do, no, but
they have a trap door.
They're supposed to
the left
before they mark
hit the button
in the computer whether they accept you or not. They're supposed
Release
to tell
the
you.
hounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went on the system and it said declined. And
Before they even told you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And that's not supposed to happen, right? So
Right.
I emailed the lady and said, "Hey, did I not get this job?" She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that went up before we told you." And I
Damn.
yeah, so it sucked. I had a hard day that day.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry,
it's
man.
good. The reason I'm setting this up is because I've got show and tell that relates to this, and so I had
Nice.
to tell you guys before.
I like it.
Before that. So.
See, I'd much rather a murder bot that works for the company goes around and kills all the applicants that didn't get the job.
The problem is if it's an internal applicant, then you're losing an employee from another department.
I mean, you got to cut heads. I mean, sometimes people get really upset about things like that, and then they act like shitheads. So it's better to just cut your losses.
Sacrifices
I
have to
didn't
be
act
made.
like that. I was nice about it.
I'm sorry, though.
Next time I'm going to be
Yeah.
like, it's because I'm half Mexican, isn't it?
Damn.
And I'll get DEI involved, and
Yeah.
then I'll get the job. I don't care if I'm a diversity hire.
As long as you move
gonna
up.
This is Jason, please, I'll just be like super sensitive about everything, This is Jason.
Do it.
You didn't ask for my ethnicity introducing me. Like,
Nice.
please don't report us. I can play this game. I can play woke. It's about time. I'm the woke Avenger.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
He
You
has
need
a
an outfit.
cause.
You need a costume.
Yeah. Have like every single symbol for every cause,
Yep.
on my own.
Is your superhero name like Trigger Warning? or
Trigger
something like
warning. My bullets are microaggressions.
that? Oh, that's awesome.
That's fantastic.
That would make a good t-shirt too. We need to start writing this stuff down. All right. Well, that's all I had. Should we go to a break?
Sure, let's do it. It's now time for listener mail.
Okay. I actually got some mail this week.
Yeah, I have one as well.
It's actually concerning our last episode. I don't know if you want to read it, John.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can.
Is it bad?
It could be. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, you haven't read it?
I've read it, but I don't know the legal implications.
Oh, great.
Dear dysfunctional adults, I understand that you accessed nude images of Jeff Goldblum. For shame. Those images were not meant for public consumption. They were for Jeff's private use and were leaked without Jeff's knowledge. For this offense, you three will experience the same. I have leaked nudes of all three of you online. How does it feel, Jeff? An anonymous celebrity. Well, now, I've been trying to leak nudes of Jason and Zach for decades.
Nobody ever seems to want them, but maybe with Jeff, Anonymous's backing.
Anonymous celebrity.
Anonymous celebrity. That's funny.
Well, I'm sorry, Jeff.
Not Jeff.
I'm sorry, Mr. Anonymous. You're gonna have to blame Google, not me. Google's the one that showed me your shame.
Shame.
Pride.
Yeah.
He considered it his pride.
I wouldn't say pride.
I'm proud of him.
I would just say adequate.
Oh, no, we're going to get sued.
This is a cease and desist from Mr. Goldblum's lawyers. Please cease to describe his male genitalia.
Right.
Unless you're going to describe them as wowza.
He prefers the term ample.
Ooh, ample.
Ample.
I'm going to say chunky. I don't know why. Just chunky came to mind.
Bulbous.
Yes. Bulbous, chunky.
Diseased.
Oh, no.
Pockmarked.
And it totally only has one head, not the two or three that I swear I saw in that picture.
Yeah, no, there was something wrong with the camera.
It blurred. There was just like double image.
It didn't look just like him for some reason.
And didn't have ram's horns. Definitely not ram's horns.
All right. Well, Zach, do you want to read the one I have?
Sure, I can do that.
Here you go. Oh, wait, sorry. This is one of the nudes that Jeff must have downloaded. That's a selfie of my testicles here.
Oh, great.
Okay, here, try this one instead.
All right. Oh, that's hairy.
That doesn't look right. You should see a doctor.
Is that how it starts?
You should see a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow, you're reading my email. Out of all the hundreds of emails I'm sure you get every week, you picked mine to read on air. I feel so validated. I mean, oh my God. Or OMG, excuse me. This is the greatest day of my life. Did you hear that, Dad? Who's a disappointment of a son now? Your golden boy Richie may be a neurosurgeon, well on his way to curing brain cancer. And sure, he was never dubbed the Flounder Pounder by the local news for his mishaps at the aquarium. And yeah, he probably watches Finding Nemo to bond with his kids rather than for sexual gratification. But did he ever get an email of his read on dysfunctional adults? No, he didn't. So who cares if he skated through med school at the top of his class while I got fired from Burger King for sitting on the dining room floor during lunch rush, smearing 9 pounds of condiments all over my naked, gelatinous torso. My ban from the public library for Googling nude photos of Ron Perlman on the communal computer. We need to do that.
I know. I'm not going to dare the internet again. I'll let you guys do it.
All right. Or when I had to get my stomach pumped after eating an entire jar of Vicks Vapor Rub. Well, even when I burned down that amusement park because they wouldn't accept a garbage sack of homemade moonshine as payment. Well, none of that matters anymore because my email was just read out loud on Dysfunctional Adults. Suck it, Richie. Brad. Wow. People think we're way cooler than we really are.
There's some sibling rivalry going on, but
my question is how did he know in real time that we had chosen his email and then wrote it?
Wow. Maybe he's a time traveler.
Or maybe he's just watching us.
Well, he just wanted us to read it. If we didn't read it, then
that's true.
All that was for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I have to say? Suck it, Richie.
Suck it, Richie.
Yeah, Richie sounds like a real dipshit,
yeah,
honestly.
we're on Brad's side.
Unless I get brain cancer, then I'm totally coming to Richie's side.
Yeah, definitely.
He sounds like
it's like, hey, I know your brother, and he's told me great things.
He says you're an expert brain surgeon. Can you help me?
Top of your class, huh? That's great. And then after your surgery, you're like, suck it.
You're like, suck it, Richie.
Like, Team Brad all the way.
Well, I got this one was sent to me personally by a guy that I know.
Oh.
And so I'm just going to read it just because it was sent to me. Screw
you
guys.
Sure. No.
He says, hey, Zach.
Suck it, Richie.
Yeah, suck it, Richie. Hey, Zach, just wanted to quickly say, love your podcast, Dysfunctional Adults. Been listening for a month or two. Good job. With an exclamation point. And
hey.
I told him thanks, and I told him I'd read this on here. His name's Caleb, guy I met a few years back through another friend. And
in a sex dungeon.
That feels good to get some love like that.
Yeah, so, nice.
Thanks, Caleb.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he said thanks or he said good job to me. So you guys.
Zach left out the part where he said drop Jason and John and it'll be so much better.
Yeah.
Those guys suck ass.
Well, that's nice of you, Caleb, to compliment Zach. So
1 out of 3 is not bad. There's 2 anchors weighing this podcast down, and Zach's able to keep it afloat by himself.
Right.
That's impressive.
Oh my gosh. Any more in the queue?
Well, this isn't a listener mail, but I did get the weekly offer to buy my dad's house again.
Oh, of course.
So this one says, hey, my dad's name, I was interested in your house at my dad's address. Are you free for a quick chat? I said, possibly. And then you go, hi, this is Angel. Yeah, just wondering if you're selling my dad's address. I said, you still want it? Even after I've been running a brothel out of it for the past 12 years? Mind blown emoji. Tell you what, since business is so lucrative, I'll sell it to you for $2.8 billion cash, 1 private resort in the Cayman Islands, a football helmet signed by Tom Brady and filled to the brim with non-fat Greek yogurt, and of course 6 high-definition framed photographs of Danny DeVito in a leopard print Speedo.
Ooh, I want those.
So what I do with all of that is my business. Deal? And Angel did not respond back.
Oh.
Whatever, Angel.
I'm willing to sell my dad's house. This isn't even my house. I had a simple list of realistic demands.
They really weren't out of out of reach. Like, you could get that.
I don't know if you could get the Danny DeVito stuff. I guess you get Photoshop.
He might do it. He's kind of crazy.
He is kind of crazy.
He's on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and he's really funny in that, and he does some crazy shit
Does
on
he?
there. Yeah.
I'm just disappointed he wasn't the Penguin in the new Batman, like
Agreed.
John said.
Yeah.
Well,
He's such a natural penguin.
Did you finally see it?
no,
Oh,
no, I haven't.
It's
I'm
coming
probably
to
going to wait
HBO
until
Max,
HBO, yeah. Where I, because I have my little dungeon that I stay in.
Your sex dungeon,
my
where you
sex
met
dungeon,
Caleb?
where it's my masturbation dungeon.
The bondage dungeon, yeah.
Yeah. Where I met Caleb. Sorry, Caleb, you're getting thrown under the bus. So yeah, that's where I met him.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to kink shame you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I don't know. I get those all the time too, and they don't respond anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of sad.
I'm sure I'll get another one next week. I really do get one a week.
Yeah.
So
And again, I would randomly text somebody, but I'm afraid to be a child, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I've been getting on these, like on Facebook, I keep getting, oh, you're single, so get on these websites or these apps, So I've been downloading a shit ton of apps. That
a shit ton of shit apps.
They really are. You get onto Google Play and it says, oh, over 1,000 people have downloaded this app. And it's like, 1,000? Really?
Oh, 1,000?
So this is a good app. So I'll download it just to, see what's going on. And I've been trying to get people to talk to me, and it's just not working out.
Because they're all like not real.
Yeah, they're bots rather than real people scamming.
All the men are real.
Exactly. Maybe I should be gay.
You should totally catfish somebody. Is that illegal?
It is.
Is it? Pretending to be like a
catfishing?
22-year-old woman?
I don't think it's illegal unless you like get something from them.
If you're having them like send you money, it's probably fraud or something. But
as having been a single male on a dating website and dealing with that shit, I'm not going to do that to another man.
Okay.
It's already hard enough out there.
You could meet your soulmate though. Maybe this is the funny story you tell your grandkids when you and Bruce are married.
You know what?
He'll find out you're not a 22-year-old woman. He'll just shrug and go with it anyway. Yeah. He's like, I don't care. That was
just apathetic.
That was some good conversation.
I like all the stuff you like.
Yeah.
I'm not gay, but I'll go with you.
Yeah. I'm go on vacation together. Adopt some kids. Yeah, why not? Let's do this.
It's like, oh, you guys are gay? No.
Just kind of like, no.
We do have sex.
Yeah.
We're all both into women.
Yeah. They just we don't get any play.
Oh.
Aw. All right. Well, so I've been using my, on those dating website or dating apps, I've been using my bear costume outfit.
Have you really?
The picture of me on the bed.
That's awesome.
Taking a shit.
That's awesome.
Nice. If someone responds to that, she's the one.
Well, one did, and I was talking to her, but it costs coins to talk to these people on one of the apps, and it was on that website, and I'm not going to pay money to get coins to talk to somebody. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's still awesome, though.
Yeah.
I've never used it. Is Tinder free? Have you tried Tinder with the bear costume?
I think it's free, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. But at the same time, Tinder's also, isn't it location based? So like I'm there's people that I know out here in the valley.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know. So that's why I've been sticking to the kind of like only 1,000 people have downloaded this app thing, hoping to get somebody from, Taiwan or whatever.
Hotties of Manila.
Yeah. Yep. Hello.
Manila hotties are looking for someone in
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. Hi.
Great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, this week there's a couple things I want to say about product. First of all, there is a real product I want to push. My friend, our guest Holly Anderson's book came out on Tuesday, The Bar Killer.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
On Amazon, look it up. It's been getting really great reviews, and any book where a woman dies by farting while wearing tight pants is worthy of a read.
Absolutely.
So,
definitely.
Everybody go out and get the ebook.
I'm like scared for my wife now after hearing about that.
Yeah. She wear tight pants.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well.
And sometimes
you hear her fart, you're like, honey, no.
Digestive issues. So
maybe you should take all her tight pants and like hide them or wear them. I don't know. Yeah, harkening back to what episode was that, John?
Episode 40, Creepy Ass Kids. With special guest Holly Anderson.
He never fails to disappoint.
To be fair, this one was like 5 episodes ago, so it's not
but
like it was that long. But.
I still have no idea. Like, I don't know how you do that.
Anyway, but because I am an author, I thought that this week I would feature a book.
Hey.
Oh.
So I will post this on our
The
Facebook
Coolio
page.
cookbook from last week didn't do it for you?
No, this is
Didn't scratch your author itch?
this is a fiction book.
Oh, this is going to be good.
I hope so. So one
Should I
second.
take my pants off now? Or is there like a slow burn? Does it build up?
It's a slow burn.
Okay. I'll just kind of slowly strip as you.
I would like to present to you Wet Hot Allosaurus Summer.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Only the best in dinosaur erotica by Lola Faust.
Ooh.
The caption here says, she was a country girl looking for excitement. He was an apex predator theropod.
Wow.
Let me just read a little bit about this book. Says, Tanis was a simple country girl, desperate to escape life on the farm. Big Al was everything she was lusting for, a sexy bad boy carnosaur from the wrong side of the food chain. Would their forbidden love tear her family or her flesh apart? Also included in this anthology edition of the first episode of Lola Faust's acclaimed dinosaur erotica epic are Lord Bartholomew's Ankylosaur Lover, Sex Secrets of the Saurians, 10 sexcerpts from the Stormcrow dinosaur erotica titles, including Tyrannosaurus Sext, Mile High Pterodactyl Club, Jurassic Pork. I'm not going to be able to read this, but John, you're a paleontologist, so Nymphomatic.
I'm a paleontologist now? Let's see.
Nymphomatic.
Oh, nymphomaniac Pachycephalosaurus is in love.
Yeah, I can't read that. And then 50 Shades of Goragusar and the Wanton Pteranodon. Originally commissioned for the Stormcrow Tavern's discerning and eclectic clientele, and collected here for the first time. These torrid tales of sensuous saurians will tease and titillate the most demanding dinosaur erotica fans.
Oh, my.
Wow.
The ebook is free for some reason.
Whoa.
Oh, if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's not giving me a price. But the paperback is $11.99.
Okay.
And it has 82 reviews, and I'm going to read a sampling of the reviews
Ooh.
for your enjoyment.
Do you have $12 I can borrow?
No reason why. Just
Yeah.
for some unrelated.
Just the $11.99 reminded
Debt
me I
you
had
have.
something else I needed to get for about $11.99.
So this is from Alexander Milner. He says, I got this from my wife as a Valentine's Day gag. We both got super high and read it out loud together. Better times are rarely had. This is from B-Boy Neko. Let's see. What I love most about this book is how bizarre it is. From beginning to end, it's more like one of those self-printed art comics or art mags you find in cool bookstores in New York City. Makes a great gift, especially for those that love the bizarre and artsy. It says, this person, Bird, said, wet and hot. Had dinosaurs doing nasty dinosaur things. What else do you need to know? Let's see. Here's a couple other really good ones. This one actually only got 4 stars from Dino Chick.
What?
It says, this book is totally unrealistic. There's no way in the world Tanis could be that frisky with an arm so injured that it couldn't be saved. I prefer my dino erotica to be a bit more rooted in realism. Still, it's a page turner that you won't be able to put down until the very end. So long as you're not expecting the gritty realism of randy rampaging raptors, I think you'll be happy. This one only got 1 star from Big Paleo Propaganda. As a member of the activist group Christians Against Dinosaurs, I view this book as both perverted and an act of propaganda, by Big Paleo, in fostering the belief that dinosaurs are real. They are not real. They are a myth without scientific justification.
That's his complaint about the book.
Yeah. This one says Palate Cleanser. That's the name of the review by Emelija. This is the most perfect palate cleanser between books you normally read. Feels like my mind has been wiped as a result of the confusion I've just experienced. Let's see. This one's from Caitlin Nicole and says, pretty well written. As far as dino erotica goes, this was well written. I was disappointed when I realized that the majority of the 100+ pages was padded with experts and other snippets instead of the main story. Overall, I found it kind of disappointing.
Aw.
Because you have such high expectations of a book like that.
Right. And here's the final review. This one's a 5-star, so don't lose hope, Zach. This book is beast. That's what the subject says. I don't know if they meant best or if they just... Yeah. So that's it's from 7 Ibex.
That's how kids talk these days.
I know. It says, incredible. Lola Faust has captured the very essence of sexquisite dino erotica like a mosquito in amber. Through these powerful, thought-gnashing tales, we are transported to a lust before time with a lighter touch than brutal homoeroticism of Bill and Ted's excellent sex venture and more grounded humor than the off-silly blazing sauropods. This volume delivers a writer in a full command of her erotic faculties. Bravo.
Wow.
All right.
Nice.
So once again, that is Wet Hot Allosaurus Summer by Lola Faust. Pick up your copy today.
Allosaurus, like who's really attracted to an Allosaurus?
I mean, if it was like
all the dinosaurs.
Triceratops or something,
Yeah.
or, but yeah, an Allosaurus.
Something a little more girthy.
Trisexual ceratops. I could write one of these.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a pseudonym.
Lesbian Leopleurodon.
Wow. Maybe you could write one of these.
So yeah, I don't know.
Do we want that book to sponsor us?
I think so. And,
Yeah.
and we should post it on our Facebook page
All right.
when this episode goes up. So anyway, that's the product I had.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, it's wonderful. Let's shall we do some would you rather?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we can do that.
I think I stumbled on one of the sites that you've used because some of these are the same, but some of them
I think they
you
get
didn't-
recycled
you
a
didn't
lot.
read, or they get
Yeah, I think people just curate and curate and curate.
Now, the reason I'm choosing this one because it's really not that funny unless it's in the context of John, because I know that it wouldn't matter which answer he chooses. There's a reason for it. But would you rather live with a barnyard of animals in your house or live in the barn with the animals?
With the animals.
In the barn?
Hmm?
I'd probably rather have the animals in my house.
Yeah.
You're still living in the house. I mean, it's going to smell like
Yeah, but
horse.
I could leave the barn at some point and go to a house.
Does it say that?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
if I want to get away from the animals.
yeah.
But you're full out like living in there.
I know, but I can go on vacation.
Yeah.
I would just comment every time I go to John's house. I'd be like, why does it smell like sex in here?
I don't know. I think I'd rather live in a house, even if I have to share with sheep and goats and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
They can have their own wing of the house, and I'll have mine.
There you go.
Yeah, when you put it that way, maybe I change my answer.
All right. All right.
Your ideas intrigue me. I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter.
Sweet.
Would you rather chew your toenails off or someone else's fingernails?
That's a hard one.
Yeah, and let's just
Probably
make it
someone
grosser,
else's-
and let's say that they're dirty no matter what. They're your dirty toenails or somebody's dirty
I was
fingernails.
gonna say I would have picked someone else's fingernails if I could have been able to make them wash their hands first.
There ain't nothing like your own germs. I'd probably chew my toenails.
If they were dirty either way, probably.
Somehow that's the better choice. I don't get it, but it is.
There is no good choice. I'm just glad I'm not having to answer it. All right. Let's see. Would you rather get rich in a way that disappoints your family or just make enough money to live?
Get rich in a way that disappoints my family. That's what we're doing with this podcast, isn't it?
Except we haven't got rich yet.
Yeah, we're just disappointing
We're just
everybody.
disappointing
That's
first.
the plan. Yeah. We're disappointing them for free. We've been doing that for 40 some odd years. What's another
that's true.
way to disappoint them?
True.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm not like whoring myself out or like,
Right.
But I think they're trying to imply that you're going to be a stripper or a prostitute or something.
I'll buy their respect back with all
or
the
sell
millions.
drugs.
Yeah. why did we choose what we're doing? We could have done any of those things and actually seen some
made some
profit.
money.
Some money, yeah.
Well, maybe a couple of you could. I'm a more of a niche market.
You could totally be an effective drug dealer.
Yeah.
I meant stripper, but yeah, I've got the heritage to be a drug dealer.
You said it. I didn't say it because I would be canceled.
You were thinking it.
I was exactly thinking exactly
I'm
that.
talking about my Irish heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dealing alcohol.
That's right.
It's a drug. All right. Would you rather be homeless or in prison?
I guess.
I think homeless.
You can still go where you want.
And you probably didn't do anything wrong. Like legally. Maybe you spent your money wrong, but not. I'd rather be homeless.
You'd rather be homeless?
Yeah. I think so.
All right. That's stupid. Okay. Would you rather never brush your teeth or never brush your hair again and no shaving involved? You're not allowed to shave.
I would never brush my hair.
I'd never brush my hair, yeah.
I can wash my hair, right?
I guess so, yeah.
It doesn't say you can't, yeah.
Yeah, I just would never brush my hair again.
Yeah. All right. Aw. Would you rather eat fast food every day or never eat at any restaurant again? That's easy.
I'll eat fast food every day.
Yeah, but what's going to make me live longer? I think I probably shouldn't eat out anymore.
Well, no, but you could work it into a calorie count where it's not that bad.
You'd actually, I think, be hungrier if you did it like that.
It doesn't say you have to do it every meal every day.
No, that's true.
I mean, you could have one burger a day that's, 700 calories and work that into a healthy diet.
I think they implied that all you could do is eat fast food. I think that was the implication.
I don't think it says that, though.
Eat fast food every day or never eat at any restaurant again. Well, yeah, I don't know.
You're the judge. You make the ruling.
I say that, that John's right. I'd say that it's one meal at the fast food restaurant. And then,
yeah, I could do that.
And I could do that.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather give birth to conjoined twins or to sextuplets?
I'd rather not give birth at all.
Well, you don't have a choice. You're about to give birth.
How many is sextuplets?
Six.
I'm going with conjoined twins.
There's John thinking about himself. I'm assuming they'd have to be a C-section, so
Probably.
I'm going. I ain't blowing out the.
What about conjoined sextuplets?
What?
All of the heads, so it's like a ring of
Like
kids.
a frisbee of children.
It's like a key ring almost.
Frisbee of children is tonight's podcast episode name. Frisbee of children.
Frisbee of children. Not punitive prostate exam.
Well,
We didn't really work that in naturally.
yeah, we didn't
we
have one.
didn't.
Yeah.
And it wasn't natural either. So
Yeah.
There was nothing natural about that.
I would have to go with the sextuplets. Because if you're gonna give birth, it don't matter anymore.
Well, I'm thinking long term. I was thinking about like raising them.
Yeah, sextuplets, not conjoined twins.
6 kids would be hard to raise.
Not
at
as hard
once.
as people who are gonna have like constant medical care,
It doesn't say where they're
and they're
conjoined.
not gonna grow up to be able to have like a real life. And if you try to separate them, they might die.
Maybe. Then I have 0 kids rather than 6.
And you can give up part of the 6 kids and not be like frowned upon. You give up handicapped
Can
children?
you really?
Yeah, well, think about it.
If you have sextuplets and you put 4 of them up for adoption, you don't think people are going to look at you wrong? These are my 2 favorites. These are the ones I kept.
Fine, I'll put them all up for adoption. But if you're going to put like some poor disabled child up for adoption, they're going to think worse of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. You guys are going to hell.
I know.
There's no way to not go to hell with that question. Unless you're like, yay, 6 kids. I want to raise 6 babies at once.
Not just, like I said, like free puppies, just do free babies. Like a sign on your
Have them
lawn.
like in a box.
In a box out front.
Would you rather get diarrhea on vacation or the day of a big presentation at work?
I'd say work.
Yeah, I think so.
I could power through an hour of PowerPoint with
Yeah.
with an adult diaper on.
But yeah, a whole week on the beach in adult diapers
Yeah.
kind of kills the vibe.
Yeah, that's true. And but I'm just imagining, like, you're not even trying to hide it. You're like standing up there, and every time you have to shit, you're like bearing down in front of everyone.
Oh, this diaper wasn't adequate. It's running down my leg.
Oh, no. All right. Should that be good for that?
Yeah, that's
All right.
good.
Let's move on. And now it's time for show and tell.
We didn't play the listener mail cut, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh. Huh. Ooh, I must have been in my happy place.
Just sitting there reading your dinosaur erotica.
Yeah, well, you know.
All you think about.
I really get into it.
This has been 40 some odd episodes coming. You've been waiting for the chance to talk about your fetish.
I have. Yeah, don't kink shame me.
I'm not. Man. All right, who's going first this week?
I will, and the reason for that is based on the theme of me not getting a job, which is common theme. I want to share some of the worst job interview stories and personal experiences.
Nice.
This is from Bored Panda. I'm not going to read the authors anymore, so
Because they're unpronounceable by the
Right.
English tongue, yeah.
but it's from Bored Panda, so there's your credit. Take that, Bored Panda. All right. So this was prompted by Harriet Williamson. It was a Twitter question, and that was, what's the worst job interview you've ever had? So number 1, interviewed with a hedge fund who asked why I didn't have an internship my first summer of college. My answer was my Nana was in a coma and I was caring for her. They then asked, and I shit you not, so your career doesn't come first? I asked to end the interview there and then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to work for a place like that. I've already done it.
Yeah. Well, your grandma's dying. This is interview at Game Station when I was in my late teens. The manager asked me, what do you think you'll bring to the company? I hate that question. By the way.
Ugh, right.
Just say like herpes and walk away.
No, don't walk away. Stay there. Make eye contact.
Syphilis.
So what do you think you'll bring to the company? I panicked, not knowing what to say, and just blurted out, what have you brought to the company? He gave me the job on the spot instead of answering.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, IT job at a law firm. This is done as a dialogue. Him, you're currently at a law firm. Why law firms? Me, interesting people. Take your firm. T-Bone Pickens is a client. Him condescending. Well, it's not appropriate to divulge client names. My mouth before brain engaged. Well, take it off your website then.
I guess I didn't understand what was going on. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I kind of butchered it. Basically, just asked him, like, the kid mentioned that they were a client of the law firm he worked for. And the guy's like, well, you know, and so sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I butchered it.
And I'm slow.
Oh, you're beautiful. Not me, but a colleague once went to an interview across London in his lunch break. Client locked him and 2 others in a room and refused to release them until he found a solution to his problem. One of them called the police and the man was charged with false imprisonment.
That's a solution to the problem.
It's like an escape room. I went to an interview really hungover. When the interviewer came to meet me and show me to the room, she held out her hand, guiding the way. In my hungover state, I stood up and held her hand. Both of us were too embarrassed to let go, so we walked to the interview room hand in hand.
Nice.
Now kiss.
Once called in sick in order to go to an interview, only to find my current boss had done exactly the same. It was sitting in the waiting area. Neither of us got the gig. Interviewed at Facebook about 10 years ago. Interviewer looked at my CV and said, we don't count internships as experience here, so let's just forget all that. Me, those weren't internships. I went to college part-time and worked full-time to pay for it. Dead silence. Yeah. Interviewed a Russian lady and asked her about empathy on a debt collecting call. If someone was to cry, how would you react? Her reply, tears cannot help you.
That's a very Russian thing to say.
Wrong answer.
That's a very Russian thing to say. The tears, they cannot help you.
Release the hounds.
Release the hounds. I arrived for an interview to see the building I was trying to enter was cordoned off as someone had been murdered outside. It involved a row between people I would potentially be working with. The interview took place in a cafe. I got the job and stayed for 8 years. And some smart ass commented, a position had just opened up. Decided to study interview tips. I'd read a firm handshake and not looking away from the interviewer showed enthusiasm. Guy walks in, I walk over to him, shake his hand firmly, and walking back to seat, never drop my intense gaze from his eyes until he sat down. He was terrified. Oh, man.
Nothing like threatening eye contact. First impressions.
I should have done that. What the heck?
Yep.
One, as an interviewer, for a children's charity, candidate was banned from contact with children. Candidate found out their friend died in Zimbabwe mall terrorist attack mid-interview. Candidate farted he's listing off different ones. I'm sorry. So, candidate couldn't have contact from children, even though he was interviewing a children's charity. I guess someone found out their friend died and during the interview, and then one farted loudly, then burst into tears from embarrassment.
At least she wasn't wearing really tight pants.
Yep.
I'm hoping it was a dude. So this one's got date wrong, ended up at an interview. Okay, got date wrong, ended up at interview after dentist, arrived late and flustered. 2-page questionnaire to fill in, stabbed finger lifting staple to read second sheet, tried to drink coffee with numb mouth, came into interview slurring, dribbling coffee and dripping blood. They got the job.
Yeah, nice. That's exactly the candidate they were looking for.
Yep.
All right, here's a couple more. Dressed for an interview, found the guy who was supposed to interview me kneeling on the floor with a sheep whose face had been horribly lacerated by a coyote. Guy says, "Can you help me out here?" Spent an hour on my knees in a puddle of muddy water and blood. Sheep lived. I was hired.
Wow.
I hope that was a farm job and not an office
I was gonna say, what kind of job is that?
Yeah. They're just next to the copy machine in the mud.
That's like a cafeteria or a fancy restaurant. They got a sheep in the back.
Walked up the stairs to the very top and met the woman. I thought she was gesturing to the door ahead of her, so I walked over, opening it, and went inside. It was a storage cupboard. She stood there and watched.
I mean, she could have said something.
Yeah.
Not me, but a friend's teenage son had an interview at a burger restaurant for what would have been his first job. The interviewer asked, "What's one word that best describes you?" Extremely nervous as he chose the first word his flustered mind could come to, erotic.
Fantastic.
So what are some of the worst questions you guys have had in job interviews?
Well, whatever that one was, what are you going to bring to the company? That one is one of the worst. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Not here.
Yeah.
Or in your chair.
Right. Yeah.
The one I hate is when they ask you what your weaknesses are.
Yeah.
Kryptonite.
They want you to say like, "Oh man, I care too much. I just work too hard," you know. But what are you going to be honest with that? It's like, well, I drink on the job. I call in sick 2 or 3 times a week.
I sexually harass the secretary.
Yeah, it's like I just stare at my screen for like 6 hours a day pretending to be working. It's like,
yeah, how do you answer that? I know there's the cliche way of
it's just a cliche. Those are the stupidest answers, but they're the only ones that don't make you sound bad. It's a horrible question.
Next time I'm going to answer like kryptonite, garlic, or something. You know,
Stake through the heart.
Stake through the heart, sunlight. You know,
that's why every single question that interviewers ask me, I just say, "Give me an example."
That's a good way to do it.
But every question. Hi, I'm Derek. What's your name?
What's your name?
Give me an example. Yep.
That's good. Yeah, I hate interviews. They're dumb.
Yeah, I'm glad I haven't had to do very many of them.
I like, I mean, they have to do them, I guess, but why can't they just talk to you like a normal person and not ask you a series of questions that are like structured?
Each more invasive than the last.
Right. And one of the interviews I had a couple weeks ago, this lady was literally like reading off the screen, I'm like, what did you do? Google interview questions?
Yeah.
Come on, But
yep.
I mean, if you have points that you need to like find out about, keep them in the back of your mind, but just talk to the person like a person,
Yeah.
It's just stupid. I hate it.
Yeah.
And I'm bitter that I didn't get the job.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
We could do something about this, We know people. We're a very successful podcast. We have connections.
Hey, I suddenly got an email saying they got the job for me. They're afraid of us.
Yep.
All you have to do is send them a picture of their kid's school, and you will get any job you want.
Wow.
You heard it first here. Advice from John.
Yeah, that should be a segment.
It should be like not just their school, but like a picture of their child at recess, like blown up, like you've been taking the picture from across the street.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Zoomed in.
Hey,
Yeah.
and you sit down in the interview and be like, "Oh, how's Eric doing?" You know?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Your son," you know?
Yeah, cute kid.
He goes to Oaks View Elementary School, and he should be getting recess right about now.
Do you think he's going to play with Taryn, his best friend? Or?
You know, I heard a lot of kids are going missing in that area.
Wow.
You will get every job.
That's awful.
All right, who's up?
Are we really friends? Are we all friends? Because you guys are going to hell. I'm not. All
I
right.
haven't actually done these things. I just
don't know that.
fantasize about them.
Well, my mainstay cracked. Weird World, 12 bonkers things that happened while you weren't looking. May 12th, 2021 by Andrea Mino.
She's my favorite columnist there.
Oh, good. I'll let her know. A Japanese fishing town used COVID relief money to build a massive squid statue.
I can't think of a better use of COVID relief money.
For real. I don't know why more places didn't do that. The 43-foot statue apparently cost about $228,500, and the town says it's part of their long-term plan to draw tourists once the pandemic is over. With a giant squid.
They should have put like a mask on the squid or something.
Yeah.
For real.
To see, we're following guidelines.
Even the squid is masking up.
A sex toy company from Bath, England, was given an award. Oh, it was just mistyped. Was given an award from the Queen for business excellence. Love Honey, the sexual happiness people. Love Honey got the award Enterprise for outstanding continuous growth. That award is considered the highest accolade for business success.
Wow.
Well, that's what I'm going to start ordering from.
Even the Queen has needs.
No,
Yes, Your Highness.
No,
yes, Your Highness.
Oh, she did make the cover of Nearly Dead.
Oh, no. A farmer in Belgium moved his country's border. The border between Belgium and France is marked with stones in that area, and one of those stones was in the way of a farmer's tractor, so he just moved it about 7.5 feet. I was happy. My town was bigger, he said. The mayor of the Belgian village of... Oh, excuse me. I was happy. My town was bigger, said the mayor of the Belgian village of Erkelines. But the mayor of Rock,
The neighboring village.
didn't agree.
Aw.
Yeah, I butchered that real well. All right.
Really? 7 feet?
7.5 feet.
What? Why would he care?
I don't know. People are bitchy about a lot of things.
He's like, borders, they are sacred.
Yeah. A couple used Morse code to escape an assisted living facility in Lebanon, Tennessee. They were kept in a unit with a locked door with an electronic keypad, and the man who had used Morse code in the military used his knowledge to figure out the door code by listening to staff hitting the keys on the keypad.
That is some Jason Bourne badassery.
Yeah, I say that if you escaped that assisted living facility, you get to stay out.
Yeah.
Why are you escaping, though? Is it like the Ben Stiller one from Happy Gilmore?
Probably. Almost dead. A network of lakes and streams in Orange County, Florida, is suing the state itself and a real estate developer.
A network of lakes is suing something?
Yeah, a network of lakes and streams in Orange County. The county decided that bodies of water have the same rights as persons because it's Florida. So now Wild Cypress Branch, Boggy Branch, Crosby Island Marsh, Lake Hart, and Lake Mary Jane are the plaintiffs in a case against a housing development that could destroy them.
Wow. Florida.
That's awesome.
Florida Lake.
Florida Lake.
All right. In Bangor, Maine, A county treasurer with zero relevant experience refused to get trained. When Michael Boucher became treasurer of Hancock County, he had no experience, but said he'd be happy to be trained, but changed his mind after a disagreement with the guy who was supposed to train him. We basically gave up any hope that he would become proficient. He doesn't come in to work much. He doesn't do anything.
They can't just fire him. Why?
He's an elected official, I think.
Probably.
And he keeps winning re-election.
People love his gusto. Somehow, a Temecula, California woman fighting against mask mandates compared herself to Rosa Parks.
Oh, no.
Jessica Alexander, who was on the Temecula City Council, said, "Look at Rosa Parks. She was accommodated to the back of the bus, but she finally took a stand and moved to the front because she knew that wasn't lawful. It wasn't truth. So she took a stand. At what point in time do we?"
I think it might be different.
Yeah.
It's a false equivalency. We'll just leave it at that.
Let's throw off the shackles of like systemic racism for decades after the Civil War versus you won't tell me how to wear my mask.
Right.
I just think it's not the same thing.
Right. In Heartland, Wisconsin, the police had to ask people to stop playing Nerf Wars. Oh, nude Nerf Wars. Wow.
Nice.
Wait, where can I sign up for this?
Heartland, Wisconsin. Yeah. Local students were playing the game, which led to a ton of police calls.
Nice. That's
nude
awesome.
Nerf Wars.
That sounds like some. I'm waiting for the footage to show up like on a certain website.
I wish I had the sound for that website. Maybe that's something I'll find a way to download. Over 15 endangered condors started living outside one woman's house in Tehachapi, California.
There's like 30 of them total, and half of them live in her porch.
I guess so. Let's see. There's a total of less than 500 giant California condors in the country, and for some reason, about 15 of them decided to start living around someone's house and trashing it in the process.
Nice.
Dirty condors.
I know. She should be like shooting them with a shotgun. That'd be hilarious.
They're just big vultures.
Denver cops used violence on people non-violently protesting police violence. The two cops used chemical weapons during last summer's protests, and they recently got a total of 16 days of suspension between them for doing that.
Teach you to protest non-violently against police brutality.
I'll show you some police brutality.
Yep. A South Australian surfer who survived a shark attack won the right to keep one of the shark's teeth.
It was like stuck in their leg or something.
I guess so. The shark was
that's kind of a given, isn't it?
The shark was from a protected species, so the surfer had to fight a years-long legal battle to keep its tooth.
Wow.
Yeah. That's weird. Like, what else are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
Like, why do they care?
Right. Also, how much did that cost him after medical bills to legally challenge the government to keep the tooth?
Suing in Australia is free.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a single-payer sue system.
Oh, well.
No, I don't know.
Just making shit up.
You suck.
I do. A woman from Minsk, Belarus was fined $900 for wearing red and white socks. Red and white are the colors of the country's pre-Soviet flag, which is prohibited, so hanging up white and red items is a common display of defiance in Belarus.
Except now they're on Russia's side.
Oh, is that what's going on right now? Cute. All right, that's it for me.
Not to get political, I just thought that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you, Lizzie Kaplan.
I am on board Panda, and Jason did some of these before in episode 3, Love is Love. These are Amazon reviews. He only did a few of them, though, so there's a lot of good ones left that had not been done. So
Sweet.
This is from Lena D. 41 of the most hilarious Amazon reviews ever. Obviously, I'm not going to read all of them. Let's see. This is for a Wenger 16999 Swiss Army knife giant. I mean, this thing is massive. 3 stars. Changed my life by Christy. Received this knife as a gift for my 18th birthday. Wish I'd have known what it was because as soon as I touched it, I grew a mustache and became a Navy SEAL. Mom fainted and my dad laughed and handed me a beer. I was born a girl. Minus 2 stars because my breasts were really nice. This is a book for infants Where is Baby's Belly Button? A Lift the Flap book. 1 star. Do not buy this book. You can see the ending right on the cover. This book is completely misleading. The entire plot revolves around finding Baby's belly button. The title makes this much clear from the beginning. However, there is no mystery. There is no twist. Baby's belly button is right where it's supposed to be. On Baby's stomach, right where it clearly shows you it is on the cover of the book. The plot is a complete mess as a result of its reliance on the mystery of where the belly button is. Everything falls apart the second you realize that the belly button was in plain sight all along. There is no conflict. There is no character development. There is scarcely any plot. Whoever wrote this book must have a serious error in judgment, because you would have to be an infant to not immediately understand where Baby's belly button is. This is one of the worst pieces of literature I have ever read.
That and The Lure of Fools by Jason King.
Damn. This is for a WMA Blue Amazon Kindle waterproof case cover protective bag pouch. Okay, that's a lot of words to just say it's a waterproof pouch big enough to hold a Kindle.
Yep.
5 stars. Got this for the mother-in-law for bath time, hoping it'd be crap.
Wait, what?
Let me explain.
Sorry.
Okay, 5 stars. Got this for the mother-in-law for bath time, hoping it'd be crap. Her Kindle would slip out and electrocute her. So far, this bloody thing is staying in one piece. Great for waterproof kindling, crap for murder.
I thought he was having bath time with the mother-in-law. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
And they were reading that Allosaurus summer book.
Yeah. Cute.
This is Creative Arts by Charles Leonard Glitter. It says 5 stars, great for more than just arts and crafts. So I wake up in the middle of the night in my 2-bedroom apartment. I find my roommate passed out face down on the wooden floor. I think nothing of it and go back to sleep. The next morning, I wake up to go to work, and there's a homeless guy asleep on my couch. My roommate woke up still drunk and had made friends with a bum. And this is the second time he let a stranger off the street just stroll in and pass out. Great. You're probably thinking that what does this have to do with my arts and crafting? Well, I bought this product and proceeded to cover everything my roommate owns in glitter. Every t-shirt, every book, every pair of shoes, his bed. I covered his entire life in glitter. He will have glitter in every crevice of his existence until he dies. Did some track out all over my apartment? Yes. Did the carpet look like a Care Bear farted all over it? Yes. Did he threaten to kill me? Sure. But will he ever let another stranger sleep on the couch? No. Will I have to worry about a random guy off the street murdering me in the night? No. All the security for just $12.44. Unbelievably staggering value. Cannot recommend enough.
Nice.
This is for the Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition for PS4. 1 star. Congratulations, EA. You earned 1 star. Additional stars can be purchased for $5.49 each.
Yes.
Microtransactions.
This reminds me of what Jason did to me on New Year's, which we talked about. Haribo sugar-free gummy bears 5-pound bag. 1 star. It says, just don't, unless it's a gift for someone you hate.
I almost bought you another bag, by the way.
Because that 5-pound bag wasn't enough.
Get him the sugar-free ones next time.
That's what I hear.
I don't know. Not after you hear this. Oh, man. Words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The gummy bear cleanse. If you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you are like the dozens of people that tried my order, run. First of all, I would rate the taste of these as a 5. So good. Soft, true to taste, fruity flavors like the sugar variety. I was a happy camper. But... or should I say, but with 2 T's. Not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. I had a gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning from some bad shellfish, and this was like a skip in the park compared to what's going on inside me. Then came the flatulence. Heavens to Murgatroyd, the sounds, like trumpets calling the demons back to hell. The stench, like 1,000 rotten corpses vomited. I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. But wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear my sphincter was screaming. It felt like my delicate starfish was a gaping maw projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic waste. 100% liquid, flammable liquid, napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond, as it was just beyond anything I could imagine possible. And it went on for hours. I felt violated when it was over, which I think might have been sometime in the early morning of the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. I had had 5 pounds of these innocent-looking, delicious-tasting hellbears. It just goes on.
That might be the problem. If you ate all 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Megan can't drink diet soda because the substitute it hurts her in a similar fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a review of...
She appreciaes me sharing that.
The Wolf of Wall Street movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. 1 star. There were no wolves in the movie.
Fair.
This is the book English Grammar for Dummies. 5 stars by Nikolai Krestinsky. When I first come to America, my English did cause me problems. In Soviet Russia, I was a strong teacher. My English, I know, is the best in all of Petropavlovsk. My brother Mikhail, he said to me, Nikolai, you go to America. They make you rich like Tsar. Take many women as lover. Kill many bear. My brother, he is very wise. Is greatest toy maker in all of Russia. So next day I wake up, sell my house, say goodbye to wife and children, and go to America to become millionaire. Then in America, I go to job interview, and they say to me, Nikolai, you are not for the job here. You are not the skills we need. Your English is poor like child. I take that man and smash his table. I say, someday I will be greatest man in all of country. Your children will wish me their father. That day my anger is best of me. It is then I know I must learn better English. So I buy book English Grammar. It is for Dummies by Mr. Woods. Now I am perfect English grammar. I write letter to Mikhail. He writes back, Nikolai, your English is like a god. You will be millionaire soon. All of Petropavlovsk are proud of you. Good luck, brother. Please send letter when you are president or maybe even Tsar. Ha ha ha. Also, your wife is killed by bear. So I say thanks to Mr. Woods for his book. When I am Tsar, your family will be spared. Ha ha ha. Is joke.
His joke is joke. I love it.
Let's see, a couple more quick ones.
Your wife was killed by a bear.
Also, your wife is killed by bear.
It's like a little afterthought, just a little side comment. This is the Air Foamposite 1 NRG men's style. It's a running shoe. I don't know why they described it so like that. 5 stars. Well worth the wait. Sure, these shoes are pricey, but you get what you pay for. I worked 60 hours a week all year long, and I finally was able to purchase these shoes. I put them on, and you could immediately tell these weren't your average $60 sneakers. I mean, they may have had the same amount of form, comfort, shape, and performance, but they are way more stylish, like $3,000 stylish. Sometimes my daughter complains, though. She'll say stupid shit like, are we going to eat tonight? And I'm tired of sleeping in the street. But then I just show her my awesome Nikes, and she shuts her little bitch mouth. Great shoes, do recommend. This is a cookbook. It's called Microwave for One by Sonia Allison. 3 stars. Buy this book or don't. I don't even care anymore. It used to be that I got home from work and the only thing that I'd want to put in my mouth was the cold barrel of my grandfather's shotgun. Then I discovered Sonia Allison's chicken tetrazzini, and now there are 2 things. Let's see. This is for a Knuckle Blaster 950,000 volt stun gun. It looks like brass knuckles, but apparently it's a stun gun. 4 stars. Amazing. I purchased this after I was confronted by some punks demanding that I hand over my money. I'm a relatively fit guy, and I was no match for them. That is when I realized I need to protect myself. The day after I bought this product, I went to this very same Walmart parking lot when I was first mugged. I approached a group of hooligans standing outside the entrance, concealing my secret weapon. I coolly asked, remember me? One of them looked up and said, have you come back to buy some Samoas or Thin Mints? My Girl Scout troop needs to help raise some money. I replied with, you're not taking my money this time. But sir, they're delicious, she said. I whipped out my knuckle blaster stun gun hand and shouted, wrong move, bitch. The 5 Girl Scouts ran away screaming. As I pounded my chest in victory, I accidentally activated the stun gun and applied 950 volts to my right nipple. 950,000 volts to my right nipple. Yeah. It goes on and on.
That's funny.
Let's see. Here's
Those Girl Scouts.
I love beating up Girl Scouts.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one who gets beat up by them.
Yeah. One more quick one. HDE USB wall charger LED light up 4-port travel AC power adapter charger hub with interchangeable plug. Okay, that's a lot of words to say it's a wall charger with 4 USB ports. Anyway, it just says 5 stars. My wife and I can now charge all of our devices simultaneously. Now all we fight about is her crippling alcoholism and my unhealthy obsession with Dakota Fanning. Well played. That's what I got. Amazon reviews.
That's great.
What came first, the crippling alcoholism or the
Obsession
unhealthy
with
obsession
Dakota
with
Fanning?
Dakota Fanning?
It's like a chicken or the egg thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Can't they happen at the same time?
I guess they could.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are done, I think.
Oh, yeah, we're way past time.
So,
It's not our longest episode ever. It's a
No?
few minutes off.
which
though.
one is our longest episode, John?
We've had 2 that were like 124 minutes. So
Oh. Should we just keep talking?
you want to break the record?
Which episodes were they, John?
They were in the teens. One of them I know was episode 13. No, it was episode 14. We could totally be Olympic athletes.
Man,
And then the other one's sometime in the teens. I think it was episode 17 or something.
you could completely be bullshitting
Jeff
me right
Brenner?
now, and I would totally still believe you. I have no idea.
And Zach's like the producer.
Yeah. They were both in the teens. That's what I remember.
All right. Well, very, very good.
All
well,
right.
We'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Love you.
Have
Bye.
a good night.